I used to joke, and I guess I still can joke, that I was born with high anxiety. I always walked with that feeling that there's just something wrong. Why do I feel so uncomfortable? Like, what are they thinking? That feeling of not measuring up as a person.
Social anxiety, in a nutshell, is basically an extreme fear of negative evaluation from other people. Now, most of us will have some of that, and that's very normal. But any kind of anxiety disorder really comes from an excessive amount of anxiety when we find that it starts to interfere with our everyday life or the things that we want to do.
My name's Les. If I would be in a group of people at work, I would try and fit in, but some comments I would make would either be so off the mark of what they were talking about, or I would just blurt something out without thinking about it, and then everybody would stop and just, they'd look at me. So I would feel like I wasn't a part of the group, even though I was there physically. I was so detached from so many situations. It caused me to come to believe that I was going crazy.
There's actually several different symptoms you can have. There are what we call cognitive symptoms, and they're usually thoughts related to a particular concern, like a worry. Thoughts about what other people are thinking about you, usually derogatory comments about yourself. I'll never get through this. People are judging me. People are watching me. So that's one aspect of the symptom. And the physical symptoms you often would be shortness of breath, rapid heart rate, dizziness, nausea, but also things like stammering, blushing, turning red, shaking. So those are a lot of the physical symptoms that you have.
I had a lot of trouble relating to people, and I think as a result I was really cautious when getting to know someone. I didn't really want to let a lot out of the bag, or I just didn't want to let people in. There's moments when you know, you're asked to go out to a party or to a club to watch a band or something. I felt so self-conscious that even finding clothing to wear would be such a challenge that I would end up canceling and calling them and saying, oh, I'm not feeling well, or, you know, or I'm too busy working. There would all be an excuse to avoid going out in public. Therefore, I had a lot of difficulty with relationships socially, romantically, and in the workplace. And I just felt, you know, people either couldn't understand, won't understand, won't like it if I showed my true self, whatever that was, because I was still trying to figure that out.
And when we become anxious as people, or socially anxious, our thoughts aren't always accurate. They're negative, but they're not accurate. They're unrealistic, or they're not solution focused. Because when we're anxious, we get stuck in a pattern of automatic negative thoughts.
When I'm in the throes of anxiety, I'm out there. I can't focus. Coming into recovery was such a wonderful experience, because for the first time I had the feeling that I wasn't alone, and that there were other people out there that were feeling a great deal of the pain that I was feeling. They were also feeling a great deal of the loneliness that I had come to feel. So to be in this group of people was really exciting, because they could relate and I can relate. And then when I heard their stories, I felt like, all right, it's okay. I wasn't the only one walking that journey.
Many people will vary in terms of how much help they need. Sometimes we can make use of peer support, and that can be a really good way, and many people will find that very helpful.
My life is unfolding, I think, the way it was meant to be. I can feel positive about the things that are happening in my life and the direction that I'm headed in. I keep finding out more about myself, and I'm just putting one foot in front of the other, and it feels good. Today I can, you know, be in a room and not feel terribly uncomfortable. I might get a tingle of nervousness, but I understand that everybody is feeling that. So I'm no different than anyone, and you know, that's another revelation, because you know, I always thought I was unique, but I'm unique as me. But you know what? I'm just like everyone else, and that is a wonderful feeling.